So as most of you guys know, I've had this bucket list thing for the last couple of years, and you know, that's really what has led me to Cuba, is to cross something off my bucket list. But sometimes different places I go, I like to have little mini bucket lists. So here's our Cuba bucket list. We'll take you with us on the journey.
The city's just pretty awesome. There's old cars driving around and there's a lot of color. You can see what it once was or what it could have become, which is the really interesting part to me, because it seems like there's a lot of vibrant culture and the buildings are beautiful.
So we've been walking around Havana for the last couple hours, and it is amazing to see, you know, one side of the city to the next. We went through, you know, a very suburban kind of area where there were still people all over the street. We went through more of a dilapidated area where people just had this energy and this, you know, vibrantness. It was really, really cool. And now we found ourselves somewhere close to Havana Viejo, or Old Havana, and you know, the architecture is stunning. The cars and the amount of time people put into maintaining them is spectacular. And I'm just going around and trying to soak it all in. It's a beautiful day here. Good friends, good food. I need a mojito and possibly a Cuban cigar. I've yet to cross that off the list.
First mojito in Cuba. It's really good.
So we just sat down for one of our first meals here in Cuba, and we got rice, chicken and onions, chips, a little salad here, mojito, and ice cream that is coming. And it cost a grand total of $6. So I was expecting Cuba to be very expensive. I've not had a mojito that's over $3. And we had a small pizza last night for $1. Like, if you're coming to Cuba, like, it is surprisingly affordable. It is really, really something special. Derek said he wanted good Cuban coffee, and found the spot.
Kind of familiar, yeah?
Seems kind of familiar, a little familiar. We might go check out a cigar factory, and then perhaps you know, do the ultimate in touristy activities and get on a double-decker bus.
Andou se sofrer, se por instante os meus olhos encanta de novo o teu olhar. Este teu olhar que me deixa entrar em ti.
Rico. So we're sitting here with our Cuba bucket list, and you know, there was 6 items on it. And about an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago, we had crossed off one thing. We had our first mojito. It was fantastic, muy fantastico. Now we're smoking cigar. I've taken an HDR of an old car. We had some great coffee, as you've seen. We've been listening to live music here in the background, as well as where we had lunch and ate some great Cuban food. There was a very live band. Our Cuban bucket list is done. We're halfway through day number 1, and that's it. So we're gonna have to go find some more interesting things to do, or to be honest, I'm perfectly happy just repeating this bucket list. So we've been talking a lot about this concept of hacking the high life, and I did not do any hacking of sorts to try and like work our way into anything cheaper or whatever. But we came to Cuba and have been blown away by the fact that everything is cheap. I mean, you come to the nicest hotels, the nicest restaurants, you think it's gonna be unbelievably expensive, and what, mojitos are like $3? You know, we got incredible Cuban cigars at one of the nicer hotels in all of Cuba, and it was like less than $6. If you want to hack the high life, Cuba's really the place to come, because it's got this feel, this, you know, energy that you do not see anywhere else. Cuba, I think I speak for both Clay and Derek and myself when I say that it has blown us away. And I would certainly say, of all the places I've been, this is one of the top 5 places in the world to hack high life. So another item on our Cuba bucket list is ride in a car from the 1950s or early 60s. And here we are in a classic. This thing is a beauty. Look around. I mean, I don't think you're gonna find a better restoration. about anywhere. And this is what Cuba's all about. They take such pride and joy in their cars. They spend so much time and effort and money to fix them up and keep them in this, you know, pristine condition. It's really a sight to see, and we're excited to be cruising around the streets of Havana. It's such a sweet ride.